Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. In this video, I've got your first gameplay for the VK3002M. It should be 30.02M, I believe, but regardless, we have it in game finally. Now that said, this is a rank 3 battle rating 5.0 medium tank for the German ground tech tree. And as you could suspect, based on how it looks and based on its history, it sits just before the Panther D, which is right here, because this is pretty much a prototype Panther D, except it does not have as much armor, but of course it is also quite a bit lighter and thus will be much faster. Now when it comes to overall performance, this pretty much functions the same as a Panther D. It has all the same features like the same ammunition, it's got smoke grenades and all that. The only thing it doesn't have is the add-on armor, which I don't really know if many people care about too much, but of course the 3002M does not have that. Now it's got about 20 millimeters less armor in the front of the hull and in the turret, as you can see here. It's about 20 millimeters less, not all too much, but it is substantial enough where you might actually now have to worry about shots that might not have worried you before. So that is also very important. Additionally, this is another 5.0 BR tank to sit alongside the German KV-1, which is really nice because, believe it or not, of all the tech trees to have a gap, the Germans actually have a pretty sizable gap between 4.3 and 5.0 BR tanks. So this should hopefully help to shore up a lineup for the KV-1, the German KV-1 to have. But otherwise, again, this is pretty much the Panther D. It has all the same stats, but of course is 10 tons less, has the same horsepower as the Panther D, and interestingly, in the dev server, this did have 700 horsepower, so it's not going to be quite as fast as in the dev server, but should be pretty darn close. That said, let's get into a match or two, see how this thing performs in real gameplay, and go from there. Okay, let's try this bad mamma jamma. Ooh, okay. And when I say bad mamma jamma, I don't mean that this is a bad vehicle. Rather, this is just a vehicle that is badass, and it's gonna die here. Oh my god, I didn't die. Okay. Let's try this again. Come on, reload. Yeah! Woohoo! Now, you know, there's some people, they're like, oh, you know, Tankenstein, like, in one of my more recent videos, they got upset with me because I get excited when I kill people, you know, in this game. And so, one of the things is that, I got really lucky there. One of the things, like, you know, I think it was my Harrier TR7 video, and that's a, you know, something you have total, you know, ability to criticize me about. I do get a little excited about that sort of thing. You know, in my GR7 video, I only had, like, what, 2 kills? Well, 2 kills and a crit. Should have been a 3rd kill, but my, you know, everyone on my team died really quickly. Then I had, what, you know, 2 kills, and 3 kills, I think, right? Not a bad showing, especially for, like, my first 3 matches with that vehicle. I didn't really do poorly at all. Now, that said, I get very excited with this game. You know, this game is one of those things that I, you know, I just enjoy. And there's a lot of YouTubers out there, there's a lot of players out there who, they just look at this like it's some sort of surgery, you know, like it's just very methodical, you have to do this, do that. It's like, if there's no pleasure, if there's no fun in playing this game, why do you play it? You know, my uncle told me years ago, he's a guitarist, and he told me, he's like, it's, once you have to, like, actually work at playing guitar, it's no longer playing guitar, it's a job. And it's like, okay, I didn't think about that. And so, this is called playing video games for a reason. You know, I play this because I want to have fun. But anyways, let's keep moving on, and I'm gonna push the flank here. That's the great thing about this vehicle. I feel like it'll push flanks probably substantially better than even the regular Panther. I mean, this does have a noticeably better power to weight ratio. Of course, it doesn't have the same horsepower that the Panther D had, but it's still, wow, this thing has mediocre. What is that? Oh wow, that's a Frenchy tank or plane. It's gonna come back around. I can't really do anything. Man, I don't know if you guys are fans of Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z or whatever, but in the original tournament, like the World Tournament in Dragon Ball, Goku drops his weights, and he has this, like he was training, he was basically doing the entire World Tournament with these weights on. And so, you know, one day he just drops his weights, and then he just starts flying around. And this is kind of like dropping the weights. This is kind of like dropping however many weights, like however much all that stuff weighed. Very similar, except in his case, he has all the same sort of armor, strength and abilities, whereas in this case, you lose armor. And that armor is useful, but of course, we don't have it. Okay, we are back up and running here. With all the lack of armor that we have. And I'm going to try to cap the A point. I don't think it's going to work. Yep, there's a jabroni right there. Can I shoot through the wall? I just saw his cannon barrel. Okay, there it is. There. Ah! Ah! That sucks. Oh, sweet. Okay, he's gonna die now. Sucker. I did it! 2 kills. I mean, unlike with the... So this vehicle gets up-tiered a whole lot. Okay, we got some sort of a tank. Had some sort of a tank up there. It was an M10. We are going in for the kill here. It looks like their entire team has pretty much collapsed, sans the C point. Is that an enemy? That's an enemy. Gotta turn right now. Got him! That was the easiest kill of the year right there. Wait a second. Okay, he's dead. Which is important to note, because if he wasn't dead, I'd be dead. So, you know what? This is probably going to be about the last match I do. At least insofar as recorded gameplay is concerned. Not because this is a bad vehicle. Actually, you know, I've been having what I would consider to be matches. Not a lot of really good ones, but I've also been up-tiered in nearly every match. And also, I've been making some really bad shots. Things that I really can't count as an indictment against this vehicle. So, in all, I mean, I've been very impressed with this tank. You know, I mean, it functions, it feels just like a Panther, where they, you know, just made a trade-off from armor and gave us some speed. That's it. It's exactly how this feels. And I like it. You know, I find that this is a very good vehicle. Nothing so much where it's like overpowered or too weak. It's just a good overall vehicle, and I really can't complain about it. It's just a very fun tank, and in my opinion is a load of fun, you know. So I'm gonna get no other kill here, probably. Whatever. You know what? That's it. Anyways, that appears to be it for the match. So that said, did okay. I had 4 kills, like what, 2 or 3 assists, 1 death. You know, like I said, I really like this vehicle. It just feels like the Panther D, except with less armor and more speed. Whether or not it stays at 5.0 BR, we'll see. You know, but it feels like it could do either one. It doesn't feel better than the Panther D. It feels like a slightly less than version of the Panther D, because the Panther D still has excellent maneuverability, all things considered, but this has more maneuverability, of course, at the cost of armor. But either way, thanks again, guys. I will see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.